Oh, shit. Maybe we didn't get this one. Fuck! What the hell? I'm trying to fucking charge up my battery. Oh my god, what the fuck? Are you gonna start me from the beginning? Seriously? Oh, fuck off, man. Yeah, this is probably the one I don't have. I hate the fucking pogo in this game. It's so fucking unreliable. Oh, fuck. Nah, I'm not doing this. Fuck that. I am not doing this. We'll skip it. We'll go to something else. We don't need to end up in a fucking straitjacket or a padded room. Okay, what else can we do? Let's see. Oh, we can go do that other boss, the one down here. So let's take the tram. Whoa, wait a minute. Let's fill up our gas tank. You know, when somebody asks me, do I like platforming, I'm not going to say no, but I do think it depends on the type of platforming. There are some platforming scenarios in this game that are not for me. That would be a good example of one of them. Are we in the right place? Yeah, okay. Should probably change. Okay, so the boss we're going to be doing. We don't need that. I don't think we need that. I think we can probably do it with this. So we need to go down and to the left. And I'm sure that we could do that platforming scenario. I mean, we've clearly done a bunch of other platforming. My patience has kind of run out. I don't enjoy that type of platforming. I knew I had to stop somewhere. Just couldn't remember exactly where. Fuck. What the hell? It like pulls you down. What the fuck is that? That's so weird. Is it like a gravity suck or something? That was so weird. Okay. Now this, from my understanding, is kind of an optional boss, like redo. The first time I fought this boss, I didn't really like it because it was too easy. This version is actually really cool. He's pretty tough though. Oh. I wonder if we can do that. Oh, yeah, that's much faster. at least we found a shorter way to him. So if we drop down over here, yeah, that's so much shorter than what we did before. He kind of reminds me of Hornet. It's mostly contact damage, not really not so much as like attacks, just like the attack is the contact damage. So that's like another thing about the game that I wouldn't say is like terrible, but I do think it relies way too much on contact damage. Yeah, it's a lot like Hornet. It's all contact damage. Mostly. So another thing I noticed about the game is a lot of times when you do your jump, it won't register your attack as well. It's almost like the game doesn't know how to do multiple button presses, like to receive them. Yeah, like it limits, like I can jump, but I can't like jump. I don't know, it's weird. Like it's not allowing me to jump and attack and synchronize the movement. It's really fucking weird. Like you're only allowed to do one button press, movement. You can't like do jump and attack at the same time. That's probably why I was having so many problems getting things to register. It's like you have to jump, then press attack. You can't jump and do it at the same time. It's really fucking weird. Oh, too soon. Glad I figured out this shortcut because before we were doing all that other platforming. That's probably why I've been having trouble with the pogo as well. Yeah, that's probably it. They limit your ability to press to synchronize two actions at the same time. You can only do one action and then do a follow-up action. So you have to jump, then press your attack. You can't do simultaneous. And if you do press attack and it doesn't register because of this tight timings, you're not going to be able to get the correct timing for the attack. I get it now. I see what they did. It goes against a lot of the way most Metroidvanias are done because you don't generally have to do that. You can usually do multiple input presses and register them, or have them register, I should say, and not do what this is doing. actually do like this fight. It's one of the few fights in the game I actually do like. Yeah, I wish I'd have known that the whole time. That would have really probably changed quite a bit of the way I would approach this game. Because you have to play it quite a bit differently than some of the other Metroidvanias. This thing has a lot of health, because I remember when I fought him the first time, my weapon, let me make sure we've got the right charm, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, we do. We came in with I think it was a level 2 weapon, if I remember, because we barely had any upgrades on our weapon. And now we're not at the max. There's one more upgrade, but we're not going to probably mess with it because we got to do the Coliseum, and I'm not doing the Coliseum. But we have a lot more damage we're outputting, and he's still not dying. Fuck. How much health does this thing have? Fucking A. Die already. Come on, I want to get this fight. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. Oh my God. Ah. Fuck. I really wonder how much health this thing has, because I wonder, am I even getting close? Fuck off, man. Fuck off! have bothered trying to heal through in this fight. It's not worth it. And even with the fast healing, it's not worth it. I find that most of these fights are not worth using the healing. Is it? I think it's this one. Yeah. I think there's another one. Yeah. Mainly because of the time that it takes to heal. Even though it reduces it, you're still like because now you're losing soul when you should be outputting DPS. So I don't feel it's defensive with a huge penalty. So, and most of the fights in the game are that way. So like healing in this game is not worth it, in my opinion. Like you have to just play perfectly. Otherwise you're just dragging the fight out like I'm really wondering how much health he has, because like my damage is good. I've got almost max damage. I was swinging up. I was swinging up, but it didn't swing. I could see myself looking up and it just standing there and the ghost just hits me anyways. Ah, beautiful. Oh, okay. This motherfucker must have a fuck ton of health. How much is the quick slash? 3? Yeah, I can't afford that. Okay. I think the quick slash would work really well, but can't really afford it. I could drop the grub. That's not a problem. Technically I could drop Soul Catcher, but another thing I'm noticing, the spell casting in this game is very slow. Yeah, it's pretty fucking slow. It might actually be better to drop both of these since we're not healing and go with the quick slash. We'll try it a couple more times with this, and then if that doesn't work, we'll try that. I don't think there's an increased spell casting charm, like the speed of it. Yeah, the speed is really slow. Thing is like the spells are pretty strong. Like I'm hitting him with spells, I'm hitting him with... Yeah, how much health does this fucker have? Whoa, what was that? guy has a fuck ton of health. I think out of all the enemies we fought, this one has the most health. Kind of makes me concerned what the final boss is like. Oh shit, we got him! We got him! We're almost dead too. Peace. Okay. He has a fuck ton of health. Holy shit, this fucker has a fuck ton of health. Oh, wow. Wow, we got a fuck ton of, was it essence? 400 essence. That's a lot of essence. Okay. Okay, so we didn't have to change our loadout. Although, it's hard to know which would be, well, I guess it's going to depend on how you play, but I almost feel like it might have been better to drop this and gone with the quick slash, maybe. I don't know, because it reminds me a little bit of the way Hornet is. And you generally, that would require testing, but I find because the movements are done so quick that you just kind of have to go for single shots and then reposition. Unless you put them in a critical state, then obviously you try to go for more. But because of the ads, that also negates you being able to just go ham because you got to take care of the ads. So, and to be fair, I should be taking advantage more of pogo attacks. And I know people would probably say that and they would be 100% right. But the reason why I'm not doing as much pogo is because this game is very unreliable for pogo attacks. Because every time I try to go to fucking do one, half the time it works and half the time it doesn't. So I just kind of have to like do it and hope it goes through. I think that's another thing. Like if the combat and the way the inputs for the combat were more reliable, I would also probably enjoy the game more. But they're just not. Okay. So, so this white fragment is a charm. Fragment of a white charm. It cannot be equipped. Well then, okay, what the fuck is the point? So we've almost got every charm in the game. There's only 2 we're missing. Let me look online and see what this is about. See what these charms are about. So I think, like I said, we're pretty much at the end of the game. I think that fight's probably my favorite fight in the game. It's really fucking good. Charms. Okay, so this white fragment. This is a little confusing. Apparently there's two halves. You need this one and then another, and it combines to make what is known as King's Soul. And it's obtained after getting both white fragments, which we have one, the left half, which is what we have. It says the left half of King's Soul is given by the white lady in the Queen's Gardens. No, because we're not in the Queen's Gardens and we didn't get it from the white lady. We got it from, well, I don't know who this dude is, but we got it from this dude. And it says in the Queen's Gardens, the right half is taken off the body of the Pale King after completing the White Palace. This is wrong. Because I got that's not the white lady. I don't know who that is. And we're not in the Queen's Gardens. Where the hell are we? Yeah, we're in the ancient basin, which I can go ahead and take this off now. So I'm looking at the Hollow Knight fandom.com. Let me go to a different site because this site doesn't seem to be correct. Oh. Okay, so in order to put this together, there's a whole nother section of the game that we have to do with a bunch of platforming. Let's see what other charms we can get or that we need. I don't want to say the platforming in the game is bad. I actually don't think it's bad. I think it requires a level of patience that would, yeah, I don't have that level of patience, not to where I would enjoy it. So I'm not doing it. Let me see if we can find. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're missing. Hold on. Oh, okay. So if we go and get the last two grubs, we get another grub attack, or not a grub attack, but another grub charm. We can try to do that. I don't know how much. I don't know how lucky we're going to be with that because it's that thing that does the smashing, and it resets you if you don't get through. And yeah, we can try it. I mean, we do have some other charms. So now the other charm that we're missing, let's see, is called Nailmaster Glory. Oh, okay. So if we've gotten 3 nail arts, which I think we've done. Yeah, we got all 3. We can go talk to the nail master. It says it's given by Sly after receiving all 3 nail arts from the nail masters. Okay. All right, let's head back. Well, at least we got that boss finally. We had a fuck ton of health. Shit, did we go the right? I think we went the wrong way. I think we have to go back. Yeah, we're supposed to go down.